Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stamp Together Saturday. This is Amy Rich. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I want to first of all welcome anyone who is watching who is brand new today. We love having you. We love expanding our community, and we love celebrating together. And I just have to say, after that post yesterday about getting my $700,000 sales pin from Stampin' Up! Yesterday, you all were so very kind, and I want to thank you for your congratulations and well wishes and all of the wonderful comments. I'll be going through today to respond to everybody so that you know that I'm paying attention. But I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when, so that was really cool. I saw I think it was the day before that I was getting something, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And then when I saw the size of it, I'm like, I think I do know. So very special to be celebrating that this year, along with my 25th Stampiversary, which we all know is coming up in just a few weeks. We will be here from 1 to 3 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, April 26th. Celebrating that. We will have 5 cards that we will be creating with me and a couple of my team members, and I think it's going to be a really nice time. So come and join us for that as we celebrate this community that we have built together. I couldn't do any of it without you joining in on the fun. So Stamp Together Saturday started 6 years ago, and we're still going, and we're still creating fun cards. But most of the reason why these cards are always so amazing is because of Stampin' Up! And all the beautiful papers and all the things that they provide us to create with. So today I chose a paper that made the cut. What do I mean by that? The last chance list came out this week, and this paper is not on it. So we're going to get to celebrate this paper a little bit longer, and I do love it. It is probably one of my all-time favorites, and I used it a lot when it first came out, and I thought, okay, it's time to bring it back. And it's hard to say all-time favorites when you've been doing it for 25 years. So, we just keep loving what we get, right? Because it's so pretty. Good morning, Joyce. Great to have you here this morning. And I love Stamp Together Saturday too. STS is one of my favorite things that I've ever started as a demonstrator. So thanks, Deborah, for that. I appreciate it. All right, let's flip the camera. We have an easy card, but it's just kind of cool to be able to use some strips of designer series paper that you might have laying around. And keep in mind, you can certainly use different sizes, different widths of the designer series paper. So don't feel like you're constricted to a 1-inch strip like we're going to do today. I'm going to flip the camera so we can take a look. There are so many products that I have found on the last chance list that I'm not going to lie. Bit. It's always hard to say goodbye, but the reason I get through it is because I know that coming is something equally as amazing or even better. So I always try to remember that time. And it is retiring, and it is actually low inventory, which means it's not going to be around much longer. So if you like it and you don't have it, go snag it. You can shop in my online store if you don't have a demonstrator, another demonstrator, and you can do that at amyrich.stampinup.net. I use the shortened link bit.ly/shopwithstampin'nut. I don't know if that's really any shorter, but it's catchy, so I like it. All right, so I used that on my 4 by 5 1/4 piece of very vanilla cardstock. It's not often I choose vanilla over white, but with the Brush with Beauty Designer Series paper, I thought the vanilla looked really nice. I believe, hi Pam, great to have you. Jane, hello. It's great to have you. We are here every single Saturday, Jane. Come and see us again. We have so much fun. It's a good time. I'm using Brush with Beauty which also has, I think it has white and vanilla in it, which is something that I appreciate because you can mix and match, believe it or not. We grew up thinking, no, you can't mix the white with off-white, and you can't mix the green with blue and all of that, right? Maybe some of you remember the same. But it is definitely, for me, fun to mix and match sometimes. So these are the sides that I will be using, along with the back side of this one, with the Calypso Coral on it. But there are so many cool papers in this pack. And, you know, I talk about if you've got some stripes sitting around, or if you've got some scraps sitting around, stripes, get it? Yeah. The power of suggestion, my friends. If you get some scraps laying around that you want to use for cards like this, awesome. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I opened a brand new pack of this designer series paper and cut my 1x4 strips. It is sad but true. I'm sure I have some laying around, but it's like, yeah, I'm not going to go digging for that. So this is probably my favorite piece right here, although I do like the ones also with Calypso Coral in it. I think maybe that is all 6 of them. I believe so. Or nope, this one. That one's really pretty too. So I like to use crumb cake with this paper. And when I go on here to look, there's no crumb cake even listed. So I'm not sure what this brown is. It does list espresso in here. Maybe it's meant to be a light espresso. But to me, it looks very acceptable to use my crumb cake cardstock with that, and my crumb cake ink, as the case may be. So earlier in the week, I think Thursday night, I posted the cutting instructions for this card in the event. So it's the header of the event. I will also post it here in the comments. It will also be, when this video disappears, it will be the thumbnail of the video on YouTube. So you will always be able to know how big I cut all of the paper as I created, which is great for you because it's really easy access. So we're going to start by putting our embossed 4x5 1/4 onto our card base. And then we're going to take our strips of DSP, as we lovingly call our designer series paper here, and we are going to add these in a very unique and unexpected way to our project. So I'm gonna start with this one because I cut it vertically. I wanted to use this one vertically. I did say, I think in the cutting instructions, to use non-directional designer series paper. If you do use directional, this is just, I'm going to show you how these all get adhered so that you know what to grab for which papers. All right, so this one we are going to put, maybe about 1 inch from the right hand side and all the way down to the bottom of our vanilla or white embossed paper there. You don't have to emboss the background. It just adds a little bit of extra interest to it, and I like how that looks. And then I'm going to take the busiest paper, which is this pretty floral, and I'm going to add that a little bit closer to this edge than it is to this edge, but leaving about 1/4 inch between the two papers here. So like I said before, you can totally use different widths of your designer series paper. Makes no difference. And actually, I might have goofed just a little bit because we're gonna tuck this one under here. I wanted this one next, and I goofed. So I'm gonna put this one here about 1 inch, probably about the same up from the bottom as this one was from the side. So you should have almost a square here, although it doesn't, it's not critical. This is, get your papers laid down and it's going to look cool no matter how your strips go. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's looking good, isn't it? This is definitely a great opportunity for you to use your scraps, but go crazy. It is, it's fun to cut paper off the 12 by 12 too. Lynn, it is better late than never. Next week, speaking of Lynn, I'm going to be with Lynn next week, on location, and I'll have to decide if I'm going to pre-record or, get up to be with you during my retreat next week. I'll have to decide, what I'm going to do there, but one way or another, we will be here creating a card together. Another one, another thing that is on the last chance list is the wonderful thoughts. I'm sad, but it's time, you know. There have been a lot of other fun products made available since this came out. So it's okay. I'm not gonna cry over this one, although I do love it. And I thought you can do amazing things is kind of a beautiful sentiment. And I can actually think of a few women, in my life who deserve this card for sure. But, all right. So now I've got my, my layering circles. You can use whatever shape you want. In fact, I was kind of looking for, oh man, there are some punches that I'm sad are retiring, that I was kind of looking for. They're not where they're supposed to be. So I'm like, well, I'll just use circles today and it works just fine. There are two ways that I normally like to adhere, my layering shapes. I'm going to use the option where I'm going to put my larger one down flat, and then I'm going to pop up the other one. The other option is, of course, layer that on flat and then pop up the bigger circle. So you can do what visually makes sense to you. And I'm just putting my circle right where, kind of where all of those strips meet. But I want them to all show. So I'm not covering up any. And then I'm grabbing my dimensionals. And we'll add, I like to add 3 dimensionals to the back of these smaller circles. If they get a little bit bigger, I like to do 4, but I'm not shy about my dimensionals. I'm just use what I want. All right. You can do amazing things. Voila. And of course, I encourage you to take this simple layout and go crazy. You know, show me what you got. What are you making out there? Show us in the comments. You can add your, you can add ribbon somehow. You can add embellishments. I want to see what you are creating with this simple layout. So that is our card for today. I'm kind of in love, but it's mostly because of the DSP. It's so pretty. Isn't it gorgeous? Simple layouts are great, and you take it from there. Yes, Carla, thank you. Simple layouts is a place to start for all of us, right? Okay, I'm going to flip the camera back, and I'm going to wish you a very, very happy Easter. Thank you for being here, part of my little Stampin' family, and I will see you again, I believe on Wednesday. We'll see each other for What's Up Stampers. I haven't looked ahead. I don't think I have any conflicts in my schedule. So I will see you on Wednesday here at 1 p.m. Central for another What's Up Stampers, and watch for a lot of classes to be added to the calendar. Most of them are virtual, so check out amyrich.stampinup.net. Scroll down to the calendar. I'm going to be adding a whole bunch between today and tomorrow. So you're gonna love it. I have so much fun planned, and you can take those classes really simply from the comfort of your home whenever it is that you want. So yes, happy Easter, everybody. Have a blessed one. Jesus died for me, and tomorrow we celebrate his resurrection, and I love it. It's one of my favorite times of the year for sure, especially in church. So blessings to you and all of your families, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye.